If you've ever done stream processing with something like Flink or Kafka Streams or Spark, one of the things that you need to deal with is setting up correlated data. So you'll have base data like categories and customers and products, things that don't change very much, and then you'll have derived data like orders. I want to show you how to generate data like this with ShadowTraffic. I'm in ShadowTraffic Studio, which shows you the visual output of the data that you generate, and I'm going to use something called Show Origins that lets you see the lineage of how your data was generated. So like I said, orders is a composite of all these other topics they have generated. And so if I look at a single order, I can see that the customer ID 554 matches the customer ID of the 16th event that was generated. And I can see the correlations between all the other things. I can see between product ID, I can see between supplier, and so on and so forth. And I can actually skip around this graph and see that the way that different data relates together. And so if I want to check it, this is a really easy way to do it. Let me show you how this data is actually generated with ShadowTraffic, because it's pretty simple. I have a set of generators, one per topic. I have customers, categories, and products just like I talked about. And if I skip all the way to the end to the orders, I can see where kind of the main part is. I generate customer IDs and product IDs and suppliers using a lookup function. And all this does is actually keys into previous topics that I've generated and drills into the values that I want. So in this case, I go into the value part of the record and grab the ID to get the customer ID. And likewise with products. And then I actually use ShadowTraffic's schedule function to orchestrate when this data is generated. So upfront, I see customers, products, categories, suppliers, and so on and so forth. I generate a limited amount of them, and then I generate an indefinite amount of orders. And that's why you see this staggering in the timeline in ShadowTraffic. I do my seeding, and then I generate my normal data. And I can change the way that this works, but for demo purposes, this is pretty nice for being able to understand it. So hopefully this helps if you're using a stream processor. It takes care of kind of a tricky case and makes testing a lot easier.